the penultimate episode of Walking Dead. That was really good. Family last night. Gonna go through the episode, have a look at the mission that we've got as well. Stuck in the middle, free a path to get to the hospital. Spoiler alert. Daryl, Negan, Maggie, yeah, I get it. I see where we are in the episode. I like they've sort of modelled those AR-15s that the Commonwealth uses. They don't have a bayonet underneath, but they still look pretty convincing. Okay, yeah, so this is oddly like the actual episode. I mean, this does happen, so I'm kind of impressed. Oh, it's always frustrating on mission episodes to not be using, you know, your own characters, the way that you've got them sort of traded up and everything. I don't have some of the stuff that I like to use. You know, ruthless, primed, stuff like that. We can take a couple of hits because we're at a very low difficulty setting. Don't have large caliber weapons or anything like that. God, look at that horde that's flooding in there. I think Neegs might take a bit of a hit. I don't think there's anything I can really do to completely negate that. I can make it so that just one or two walkers getting to him. But he is a bruiser, so he can survive. This is going to be tough. When we actually put this on the next, you know, on a higher difficulty, this is actually going to be pretty tough. I can see it. How are we going to avoid getting attacked? It's going to actually be a tricky episode mission. Alright, we got out that time. I'm actually a little anxious about sticking it on the higher difficulty. Especially since I'm going to actually be talking about the episode. Which was great. It was fantastic. There's been some real barnstormers in Season 11. There's been some that have gone back into that habit of sort of treading water, of feeling like they're not really progressing very far. Family, wow, you've got Pamela being a full-on unhinged, you know, villain, and that's pretty cool. Oh my god, if we can't kill them with one shot, we're in a little bit of trouble. It was really fast-paced. It was really nicely shot. Thought that about the opening couple of scenes. So it started with that scene where they're opening the box full of the weapons. I'm sure they don't actually store their weapons like that. It's all symbolic or something. But that was really nice. And then we had a couple of shots with them just outside, regrouping after yesterday's episode, and it was just really nicely shot. And sometimes they seem to get a really good DOP. Somebody with a real eye for cinematography to sort of work on this show, and it shows. I like that the weapon box opener led to a Judith scene. I thought that was pretty cool. Didn't tie in directly with what she was saying. That's still a sort of non-diegetic voiceover, but it was smart. It was a really smart way of doing it. What else have I got? Yeah, another little note about nice cinematography and... we've got to clear... We've got to clear you guys, haven't we? So let me just think. Okay. Gosh, you really got to get going with that mission. Okay, so... What have I got? Next note, nice camera work early on, nice cinematography, it's brightly shot. The episode just looked fantastic, and we got a zombie train splatter. An irresistible force meets a squishy object. That was just cool. Nice little moment. Somebody was just like, if we're gonna have a train barreling along, let's have it hit a walker. And you're just like, yeah, of course. Great idea. Just love that they did that. Love that our heroes are being whisperers. We're following the little crowd that's, having to move amongst them. That was pretty cool. Just love that they've done that. I love that they've learned that lesson from one of their enemies nonetheless. And they're employing it now. And it kind of just changes the perspective of them a bit. When you first meet the walkers, you think, oh, wow, that's so creepy. I can't believe they're doing that. That's weird. What a bunch of freaks. And then now our heroes are doing the exact same thing. It's kind of cool. I had a lovely scene where Ezekiel and Negan are talking just in the boxcar. They're talking about, Negan's like, why did you run in front of me? To save my life. And Ezekiel asks Negan, why did you give them your name to be executed? And it is true. In the episode, it was a little bit sort of unclear. It was not completely out of character, but it did just feel like maybe something that they put in there because they just put it in, for the episode. Somebody had to sacrifice themselves. Oh, it's Negan. Won't that be a cool thing to see happen? But no, they actually sort of go into why he did that and what he was thinking, and it makes sense. And same with Ezekiel. They explain, like, well, why were you going to sacrifice yourself for me? Says Negan. It's like, oh, that it actually makes sense of their characters, and it's just nice little character moments like that. They count for a lot, and I thought that was pretty cool. So yeah, again, nice dialogue scenes between Ezekiel and Negan. They're great actors. Mercer's yeah line when he's talking to Princess on the radio. Should we just make this even messier? That little pause, and then that just, yeah. Great line delivery. Perfectly suits the character of Mercer again. Well, he's one of the faves. And he's one of the best in the game as well. We had a casual zombie bite that didn't actually feel contrived. Often in the series, we'd have characters, heroes or otherwise, just casually getting bitten. It happened with Carl. It happened with Morgan's trainer. A zombie just comes along, just bites them, and you're like, these people should be ready for this. It's a bite that comes out of nowhere. Lydia got bit, and it actually kind of didn't feel contrived. It was like, oh yeah, the zombies probably at this point have pegged that something weird is going on. They're going to bite. They're going to attack. The plot armor felt like it was busted for a little bit, and it was really interesting that it was Lydia who got bit while they were doing the Whisperer thing. I thought that was cool. We got to see Bruiser Eugene in action. That guard comes in looking for him. He just gets straight in there and starts pummeling them. Absolutely fits with his character now. He's really come into his own. It's great to see. We got to see that ambush, and Pamela actually got her hands dirty. She picks up a rifle and starts shooting. I was like, I didn't really peg you for the type. I thought you were just a pencil-pushing, desk-flying bureaucrat. She gets stuck in there. And she shoots Judith. What a moron. And her line, "This is your fault." I was like, man, you're really starting to dislike Pamela, which is great because you're supposed to. She's the bad guy, but she's felt a little bit bland. And then this time she's screwing stuff up left, right, and center. She's getting paranoid. She's getting way more. Just as we get to the second to last episode. Oh my god, that moment when the doors open. Wow. Yeah, the walkers can climb now. They're completely not ready. Pamela was just completely complacent about all of this. What an idiot. A very exciting end cliffhanger, which obviously ties in really nicely with that mission that we've got in the game to represent the episode. I like it when they actually follow really closely to the episode. I don't know why. Just do. And of course, Negan's response when he sees those climbing walkers. Perfect. Two absolute magnificent uses of the F-bomb in this show. They are masters at how to do that. Other shows should take note. Anyway, this was the penultimate episode of Walking Dead ever. I actually feel a bit emotional about that. Glad it was a strong one. I don't know if I'm ready for the last episode. But when it airs, I'll do an episode review. We'll do a mission episode. And it'll be the end of an era. But in the meantime, thanks for watching.